lot of this data already exists. Is it being used today? How are refrigeration technicians or other stakeholders, consuming this data, using it to ultimately help prevent these sorts of failures, or are they not using it?
Yeah, so it all depends the application. Like if we talk about CO2 refrigeration, it's being done there in standard synthetic racks. It's still happening. It's there. A lot of the things that you can check for flood back, for example, the big one's airflow. You can measure the airflow. You can measure the oil pressure differential. Because if you start to lose oil pressure differential, you could be washing it out with refrigerant. It could be something else, but it's a good sign that it could be flood back that's happening there. So there are so many different things that you can check, because if your oil reservoir is full, but it's still washing out the oil, by analytics, you can tell, okay, my oil reservoir is good. I should be feeding. Now my compressor doesn't have any oil in it. The differential is too low. That's probably flood back happening. So there's lots of different analytics you can do. Measuring the oil temp, measuring the discharge temp for flood back. So checking your, like Joe was saying, your system superheat. You can call it compressor superheat as well. Knowing exactly what's happening to that compressor. You get discharge superheat as well to tell if liquid is condensing inside the compressor. So there's so many different analytics you can do. It's happening now, especially on the newer systems, like I said, in CO2 refrigeration. The older systems, some people are starting to add more of these sensors and stuff, like for the airflow. There's a big one, people. It's airflow, airflow, airflow. You don't have airflow, your temperature of that evaporator coil drops right off, and then you start to get liquid going back. But another big one is electronic valves. We're going to see more electronic valves coming out, and I'm seeing them in synthetic refrigeration. It's the only thing you use in CO2 refrigeration, and you just tell the superheat on every single case, every single box, and you can monitor that stuff, and it's all done through analytics.